I'm gonna be taking this boring wall and turning it into this. I really hate it, this plain wall. And as you can see my headboard stain that was right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm making my own headboard that's gonna be made out of pine wood. And I also bought these 3D wall panels as an accent for my background. This is an easy DIY installation that anybody can do if you just follow these simple steps that I show you. First thing that I want to do is to get a center on this wall to find out exactly where the center is. That way the headboard can sit in the middle because I plan to put 2 nightstands on each side of the bed. So my center is 53 and a half. So now that I have my center marked, next I want to mark out the headboard, which I'm doing 5 feet wide and 5 feet high. Baseboard is 3.5 inches high, and I want the headboard to go 5 feet high. So I'm going to have to deduct 3.5 inches from 60 inches in order to get my number for 5 feet. Now I'm going to take my level and make some straight lines. So I have the headboard outline of how high it's going to go and the width. The concept that I came up with, if I place the boards diagonally, that's the way that I want it to go, and not cut it to the size, but I'm going to make the edges go a little bit past where my marks are. That way I could take a straight edge and make a straight cut because I'm going to be outlining the headboard with its own border around it. So this is my 1/4 inch pine tongue and groove board that's going to be placed on the wall. And the direction that I'm thinking I'm going to go with is going to be like this. And I'm going to have it going each way. So I need to get the width of it to make sure that I can get this first board centered, because after that, I'm going to be going underneath and I'm going to go on top until I can fill up this whole square. And the edges that are hanging out right here, I'm going to take a straight edge to cut it straight. And I do have some trim that I'm going to go around the border. And I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this as is or put some type of silver finisher on it, or if I'm going to stain it black. But let's get into it. So without the tongue, I'm at 3.5 inches, and I measured 87 from the corner to this corner and from this corner to that corner. The whole area of this headboard is going to be 25 square feet, which is the length times the height, 5 feet high, 5 feet wide. And I want to fill that area with these planks, these tongue and groove boards diagonally. So I want my first board to be centered so that I can go underneath with some planks and then on top with some planks until I fill up the whole area. But I want it to be symmetric to where the bottom half matches the top. So here's a trick that I use in order to get my straight center mark from edge to edge. I know this is 90 degrees right here. In order to get the center line to be from one corner to the other, I know this is 45 degrees and 45 degrees to equal 90, which is 180 degrees. And symmetrically, I have the bottom, which is 180 degrees, total 360 degrees. And I know everything is equal. So now what I want to do is get my board that's 3.5 inches to be dead center in there so that when I put the other planks on each side, they will have the same amount. So I'm going to be fastening this wood in with 18 gauge, 1.5 brad nails. And that should be enough just to go through the wood into the wall, but not too long or nor too short. So now that I have most of the planks up, the next step that I want to do is put my border on the edge so that I can mark it and get a cut off of this edge. So this is what I need to cut out with my circle saw. And because I know this is 1/4 inch thick, I'm going to need to adjust my blade so that I don't go too deep and cut into the wall and I can only cut the wood. So this is how my border is supposed to go. Nice and straight with no gaps. I'm going to be installing these wall panel over my headboard that I made. If you haven't checked that video out, check it out after this one. It's super easy. It didn't cost much, budget friendly, but still adds a really stylish look to your wall. If you found this video useful, do me a favor and like this video. Subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. I actually read them and base the videos off you guys. And don't forget to share this video with someone who is looking for their next wall decor idea. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next